Hi, hi, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, from whenever you're watching this recording from. So it's another weekly outlook. Really, we had a very amazing week this past week, especially Friday. Friday was quite good for a lot of us. So, really expecting to have an equally good week as we go into this new week. So, to begin with, we're going to be looking at the fundamentals just to see what the market has in store for us. So, let me see. Let me pick that date out. Put that to the front. Remember how we do? We look at it. We look at um, Forex Factory, and we also look at the what's it called now? This investing.com, because we want to be sure that we are looking at the accurate news, because we've learned over time that sometimes the Forex Factory doesn't give us the full news details, especially when it comes to news like the JBP, the JPY. I don't know why that keeps happening. The JPY news. So one of the reasons why I like the Forex Factory is because of the color coding. I can easily see my reds and and all. The this one the again just gives you that extra confirmation just to be sure that you're looking at the right news. Let me see what state this is. This week, current time, that's 5 or 7. Okay, okay, this may not be correct. Let me be sure we are in the right time frame in here now. This is Monday, July 16th, so that's not correct. So let's see. Let's get the accurate date. Create information. Okay, so this is what date? July 15th. So this is not accurate. Let me go what I'm looking at. Okay, start from July 22nd to July 22nd to July 27th. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is 23rd. Let me confirm that. Okay, that will be 22nd to okay. Okay, starting on Monday anyway, so it's all good. So at a glance, we can easily see that we have on Monday we have USD news as high impact news on Monday. But if you look at it here, we don't have that. So you see what I mean? So on Monday here, Monday is 23rd, isn't it? What's Monday here? Monday would be 23rd. Yeah. So there's a high impact news showing on investing.com. You can see on Monday, you can see that here. Yeah, and this doesn't have that. That's a USD news, and this doesn't have that. So that's something to just put into consideration. All right. So they have a number of what's it called now? Medium impact. It shows as medium impact on this right here. It shows as high impact on this one. I hope I'm on the right time frame. Okay, I think I'm in the wrong time frame now. Let me look for my right time frame. Okay, so again on Monday, yes, we high impact news, but not so well. As you can see at a glance, you can see that we do not have high impact news as much as last week or the previous week. Just a few red folders here. We have some showing on Wednesday, That's the AUD and USD. Let me see on Wednesday here as well, or Tuesday first. Oh, on Tuesday we have high impact news. That's we have three bullhorns showing. We have another one NZD. Oh wow, that's interesting. But on Tuesday here, they are medium impact news. So that's something for you to look at again. So just put those two together and just kind of confirm that you're looking at the right parameters. So information is key. If you don't have the right information, you won't make the right decisions. So just look at those the two of them to confirm that you are getting the right information. So that's what it is. Thursday we have major news speech. Is that okay? That's the CB press conference. Just one news on Friday. Let me see what that looks like on here. Thursday, yes, a number of news as well. Yeah, so again, just have the two websites so you can confirm, use them to confirm so you don't make the wrong decisions. So we're just gonna move over to our charts now. I haven't actually looked at them since the last time we any of the charts since the last time we Friday. So I'm just gonna be looking at it from with a fresh set of eyes, like you guys are looking at it right now. So I'm starting with USD JPY. I think I have another one, USD JPY. Let me look at the one I've marked already. Now this is the one I was where is it now? Okay, I have it on here. And this is the pair that we were in an ascending wedge that I was looking to go long again if it comes back to that triangle where it broke out from. So that's this one. I kind of marked this a few weeks or say a few days back. So I'm waiting for this. It broke out of here. We noticed that breakout here. When it got here, so I was thinking it's gonna come back down and then shoot up again, to that 113,444. But it kind of broke above that. It broke above that level. And then what are you seeing now? It's coming back to that level that we marked out. So I have a pending order in these two levels. I have a pending order here. I have a pending order here. So for some of you, as you know now, I want to try to always enter my market on pending orders as opposed to instant execution or market execution. That way I can avoid the slippage, that we experience, where you don't get to enter the market at the exact price that you intended to happen because of that concept of slippage, because it's just been made to understand based on that video that we were watching, that slippage is one of the ways that the corn artist brokers, dupe us, steal our money. So whatever way we can take, whatever strategy we can, use just to avoid our money being taken by brokers, let's just adopt it. So right now, as you can see, it's coming back to that level. In fact, if I want to be a bit more, you can decide to do this just to put things in perspective. So I have my level here and I have another level here. So if it takes me in here, by the way, they are micros. So if it takes me in here, good for me. If it doesn't, if it comes below here, I'm still gonna be winning. So my stop loss is somewhere around here. So the first TP will be around here for 1 to 2. Then my next TP will be somewhere around here as well. So that's for Euro USD. So going back to the other one, AUD JPY. Am I looking at this one? Okay, let me look for the ones that I have marked. Okay, are we looking at this one? I'm not sure I'm trading this one yet, but if you can, as you can see, we were trading that bad pattern. Is that a bad pattern? Let me confirm that. By the way, the patterns, I'm going to continue that pattern this week that we're getting into. I'm going to teach us all of the patterns the ones that we'll be trading anyway. That's the BAT pattern, the Gatling pattern, the Cipher pattern, as well, then possibly the butterfly, but I don't really do the butterfly, but I'm going to also look at it as well before I start looking at the example, because when we get into the charts, I don't want to have to draw up this Fibonacci and and find out that the patterns we're looking at is not the one we're trying to look for examples on. So I want to make sure I get all of the teachings out of the way, then the examples can come in. So right now, this is what pattern is this? This is 61.8. So that should either be the, not a cipher, should be, let me confirm that should be the Gatling pattern. So yeah, that's the Gatling pattern. Here is my chart. So that's the Gatling pattern right now for Nancy. As you can see, it came in, give us a 38 and give us a 61, and now it's acting like it's turning back. I see another pattern forming right here, but it looks very much like a cipher pattern, but I'm going to look at that later on. So I'm not looking to trade Euro USD. This is one pair I was really looking forward to trading. As you can see from the chart, forgetting these patterns, you can see the levels that we created. Price came to that level, bounced, came back to that level, bounced back to this level. So what we saw was coming back down and bouncing. So my expectation is that price would right now go back to that level that it broke. It broke out from, break, retest, and drop. So it might go back to that level before dropping. But if it does go back to that level and breaks above, my next level would be this level here, and then I see it dropping. If it doesn't go that high, it may come to this key level here and then drop, which would also be in confluence with this pattern that I created. So that's why you have the patterns. See me have these patterns here. So what I'm doing now, I'm not taking any of these trades right now. I'm not anticipating or trying to trade to that level or trade to that level. No, because this is not normally the trades that I take. So what I want to do is wait for this level to finish filling, that BAT pattern to finish. So when it gets to that level, which coincides with the key level, if you look at that, that's a level that price got to and fell down. So I'm waiting for price to get back there and fall down. So if you're trading this, your stop loss will be somewhere around here. So the same thing, it's historically, you can see a repetition happen. Price gets to that level, drop, get to that level, drop, get to that level, drop. So we're waiting for it to get to that level and drop. So that's why we have that pattern there. So pretty much in confluence. So I won't be taking any of these trades till price gets to that structure or D leg, or price gets to this structure or D leg. So that's just thought I mentioned that. Euro USD. Generally, we have that head and shoulder that hasn't formed. It's been on this consolidation stage for over how many months now? It's been in this level since May. Yeah, it's been here since May. So I'm really still waiting for this to get to that level before that massive drop. It's gonna be massive. That's 1,500, almost 1,600 pips if it happens. So for some of us that are looking to trade Euro USD, just keep monitoring it. If it comes to that level, you should look for your sell. Just look for your sell and then take it. Don't take your TP till it comes this low, or you can take your TP at this level, then wait for it to break and retest, just like we have it here. Wait for it to break again after you've taken your TP here, and wait for the next break and retest, and sell again down to that level. But I'm not taking Euro USD anytime soon though, until that happens. Okay, I was doing this one. Let me see. NZD. This was one of those sweet trades that we took. Saw that I saw that teacup. Some of us that know teacup, cup of cocoa came and retest. So we are waiting for this to drop to that level, and as you can see perfectly, it dropped all the way to that level and then bounced up, gave us what, a double top, forming a double top. So what are we looking for right now? I'm waiting for this level to be broken. So if I come down to my level here, what I'm waiting for is for this level to be, as you can see what is already happening. That drop, pullback, drop, pullback, and drop happening again. So what we want to happen right now is for this to totally, excuse me, this to totally drop. So one that dropped will call break out of that zone, or although it broke out and went back in. So the fact that it's broken out gives us a good indication that it might just keep coming. So just wait for that drop to happen, and then that um, drop retest, then you can now trade it to the downside. That's for GBP NZD. So this is one pair to look out for. I am not really looking to trade this one, but it's a sweet one. Like again, I don't have to trade every pair. So, but if anyone wants to take this one, well, you can also take advantage of that. GBP USD. I have someone that I was looking at this trade for in another platform like that. So the person entered his trade at this 1.3200. That was some time back. So he waited until he had that pullback. That was a massive pullback. Let me see. Draw down. No, you should never let the market draw you down. This is almost a 240 pips. Should never let the market do that to you. So I was able to look at that channel, and I knew this was going to turn back, but I was wary of this level. If price doesn't break above it, then it's going to come down and then break this trend. But thank God it didn't. But also what I also noticed was the fact that I was in a channel that if it breaks above it, then it's going to go back to that top of channel. So as you can see, broke below, came to that bottom of the channel, so broke above. So right now I'm expecting it to go to the top of this channel. So I'm sure that this guy will be quite excited because it will take him out. I mean, he would be able to get out in profit as well. So as you can see, GBP USD, you can look at that right now. What's happening right now is that it's broken above that. So I'll be waiting for this to come back and retest that level, and then I can trade it back to the top of the channel, and what am I looking for again? Or do we looking to trade it back down if it doesn't break above? If it doesn't break above, then I'm bringing it down. But if it breaks above, then I'll be looking to TP somewhere around here, so that's GBP USD, so Chef JPY, I'm not looking for this to trade this pair. Gold, I don't know if I'm going to touch this pair anytime soon, but right now it's in a downtrend, still in a downtrend. It hasn't given us any reason to buy yet, except it breaks above this level, key level. So if it breaks above that, probably look for a buy to this next level, but I'm not really looking to trade gold. My trade is the euro odd because it's the one we were looking for, 900, 600 pips. Let me see if I can put that out here. This was what we're looking for. We saw that break and retest, break of that structure, and a retested. So we're expecting this to come all the way down before bouncing back up. So it's going to get to this level and then bounce back up. Same thing that happened here. Come to this level, bounce up, drop. So waiting for this to come all the way back to this level and then bounce up to this deep. Then we can sell again. So if you want to, if you're already in this trade, kudos to you because it's really doing good at the moment. So in that trade, still in that trade, we found more patterns, found more levels. So this came down, hit 38 TP, second TP. So if you're in this trade already, good. If not, it's fine. You can always look for better entries. If you want to concentrate on EA alone, this can really pay the bills for the whole of this month. Just a few more days remaining before the month comes to an end. But I'll be trading this one. I'll be looking for another entry opportunity. So that massive rejection shows that, okay, this might actually be coming down. We saw that massive rejection and you saw that entry confirmation. That's the engulfing candle. And you would normally wait, if that you see an engulfing candle like this, you would normally wait for the next candle to create a pullback, at least because this is too large to just jump in on the close of that candle. What you normally do is to wait for that candle to come in to just do a kind of pullback. It may not necessarily come back to the point, but once it's probably around the middle of that engulfing candle, you could take your trade and write it down. Or enter at the close of this candle any which way, but your TP, I mean your stop loss would be the previous high, some pips above the previous high, and then you write it to your next TP, probably for a 1-to-1, a 1-to-2. I advise a 1-to-1, sorry, a 1-to-2 is the reward ratio. That's Euro odd, same thing as you can see. GBP, JPY, one of our babies, the one we've been looking at and we've been trading since. Let me go back to the other chart so I can see if I can get the pattern. Where is it? Okay, that's the one we were working on. So right now, we were looking for the 38. We got the 38. So now we're waiting for the 61 level. So right now it dropped and it's quite very close. As you can see, what are you seeing right now? Price, that massive drop. So what we're expecting to happen now is for a pullback to occur. Price will not just continue down. It may pull back to that level of structure, which is also your 38 level, before dropping to your 61 and possibly break that as well. So as you can see, this is where we're at right now. You see what happened on the higher time frame. You see that massive trend line. You see that? And if you drop down, you will see that it broke that massive trend line, retested, it dropped, retested it again, dropped. So right now we're still in that zone, that sell zone. We don't have any reason to be buying this market. So every opportunity we are looking for right now is to sell this market. So enter on the next pullback. If it breaks, this is going to pull back a bit, I presume. Then you can look for another entry to the downside. This might actually keep going down. I don't know how far it's going to go, but we have everything in place. Should it keep going down, we won't miss any trade. 15, do we see anything on the 50? Okay, this is where we at. So this is a bit clearer if you want to. I kind of dropped it down to the 15 minutes. So right now it's been bouncing off this level, bouncing off this level. So what I'm waiting for now to take another position is for this to break below. Again, you know how I trade. It needs to break below, and then retest that. Oh, come on. Retest that, and then take you back, down. Yeah, so that's my trade right there. So I'm not looking for the upside at all. I'm not looking to counter trend trade at all. I just want to keep going down until when it's ready to go back up. So right now I'm in a downtrend, so I'm going to trade it all the way down to wherever it gets to, with protecting myself as much as I can with my stop loss. So yep, don't mind me, my chat gets all messy sometimes. When it gets so messy, what I tend to do is to pick up another one, to, like you can see, would have several of them. Yeah, this was the one I started with. If I get too lazy to clean it up, then I open a different one. But I can still read this though, because they're all just lines. Another good trade I'm looking forward to is Euro JPY. Yeah, as you can see, they may actually be moving together with with GBP JPY. Sometimes they would move differently because of the impact of the euro, But presently, I think they are both selling. So as you can see, that's what we're trying to. Let me see if I have any other one. Go to the higher time frame. What do we have? Yep. So we have that. Let me see what pattern this is. What level is that? That's a 61. That's a Gatli. Is that a Gatli? Yeah, that's a Gatli as well. 61. So drop, and then the T leg. As you can see, it's coming. Already given us let me see what TP that is already that we've gotten. That's the A to D. Okay, A to D. We've already gotten. Okay, not yet at the 32, almost at the 23. So this will be our first TP. Second TP will be from that level to the 61, which would be this level right here. So that's what we're looking forward to already. Let me take this to not so I don't make it messy. So already this is where we're at right now. This is where we're at. We saw that double top, sorry, that head and shoulder form somewhere here, and then we kind of took that trade and we expected that to, but it hasn't completed yet. Still doing so. We took that trade. I think I kind of saw something else on the smaller time frame. Let me see. I saw another pattern. Yep, on the 15 minutes. Yeah. So that pattern at 15 minutes, and look at that, 100% drop. So now that retest, we took the retest, and then it's coming down. Now, what we want to do right now, I'm gonna go to my high. I'm gonna wait for this level to finish because right now it's already made that move. I'm gonna wait for it to come to that level, then retest that level. Let me see. So I'm gonna wait for this level to finish. I'm not gonna chase this market. You know me, I don't chase the market. Even if I miss a market, miss a trade, I don't chase it. I let it go. One of the key things I learned from watching that or listening to that audio that I sent us is that most pool traders, they don't jump in the market when there is a lot of volatility going on. They only enter the market when everything is calm, and when volatility comes in, they take their profit. So you enter the market when market is calm, so you analyze the market and look for, you don't just jump in because that's you trying to chase the market. Just when the market is calm, enter the market, look for the nice analysis, and then enter and wait for the market to start moving. So right now, I'm not going to do anything about this market. I'm just going to let it go. Then when it comes in and breaks this level, remember we already saw this coming. All right. So we traded to this level. This is where I took my profit last Friday. So I'm just going to wait for that to come in, retest when the market opens. It may even open with a gap to the downside or open with a gap to the upside, but eventually it's going to come down. So retest that level and then take it to my TP somewhere around here. And as on the higher time frame, you already know where this is going. This may go all the way back to the structural level, that we have here, which is also in confluence with our 168, 61.8, 61.8 Fibonacci level, or the leg of this Gatli. So that's Euro JPY. So for this week, I'm really, really looking to trade the JPY pairs, particularly the Euro JPY and the GBP JPY. USD CAD, another good one. Another good one. On the higher time frame, we saw this. This is what we're looking at. Saw that move, that bearish flag forming. So it did that, and we love trend lines. So we saw that move happen. Was doing this, been doing it for the past how many months now. So right now we dropped to the smaller time frame. We saw that pattern. Saw that pattern happen. For some of us that saw this with me, that saw this trade, I drew this and waited. It was at this level. So we wanted this to go back up. I think kind of went back up here. We took a trade at this level, went back down. So we're really looking for this to drop to our 38 and 61 and what have you. Trade dropped massively, and we had a pending order somewhere around here because we knew this was gonna happen. And what did you see? It came to that level, kind of broke down a bit, and then it's already doing its job. So now we want this to go back to the first level here, and then the other level here. So this will be a first TP, this will be a second TP for that USD CAD. And if you notice again, if you look at this channel, what would you notice? This is according to that trend line. It is according to that trend line. Drop on the trend line, bounce, drop on the trend line, bounce, drop, bounce, drop, bounce, drop, bounce. So what are you seeing again? Came to that trend line. What are you seeing? Bounce. So that's another confirmation for us that this is indeed going up. But again, even though it doesn't go up, we won't be bothered about it because we have our stop loss somewhere around here. If you're still in this trade, I'm not in this trade anymore anyway. So if you have your stop loss around here, you wouldn't really be worried. If it comes back down, then it breaks you. It breaks. I mean, it takes you out of the trade. But again, it gives you another opportunity to look for a sell to the downside. So that's what that is. Do I have another one? Same thing. We have that massive weekly godly here. So what we're gonna wait for, we expect this to come to the 38, and we expect it to come to the 61. On the long term, but on the short term, we see some up moves and all of that. So if you look at this trade right now, the whole of this is 100 plus pip. So that 100 plus pips on the looking at it on the higher time frame might seem you're trading the pullback, but if you drop down to your smaller time frame, it might actually be a massive move. Could be all of that move. So so you're not doing anything wrong. You're not trend trading because you may be trading in your time frame. Most of us don't trade on the weekly. So but generally we know that this is probably going to come down because yeah, as you can see, break retest. This is a structure, that is coming back to test, so we expect it to drop as well. Okay, so what else? What else? What else? What else? GBP odd moving like euro odd as well. We expected this to come to that level, and that level kind of got to this level, almost at that level, and and fell back down again. So it's choppy. I wouldn't even be taking this trade. So choppy right now. I see all the wicks all over the place. So I would say ignore this one for now. This is one of those good ones that we thought we've been waiting for forever. See that head and shoulder. So waiting for this to happen, this to come all the way down. So the only way I may be taking this trade again is if this finally comes down, breaks down, comes and retests that soon. Then I'll be looking to take a trade. But it's so choppy, so I won't be posting my money in this trade for now. NZD USD. Yep, just like the other ones are doing, they are going up. NZD USD, Euro USD, they are looking like they are going up, from a trend. So let's see, this might go up. We have been trying to break this to the upside. It's been stalling, So for us to be able to take this trade, we're gonna wait for this to happen. This has to come up and retest that level, then we can take the upside on this trade if you want. For some of us that want to trade NZD USD. So right now, if you were gonna take this trade, you can see that let me see, that was that move. So we expected this to come to the upside. If you were doing this on a one-to-one, this wouldn't have taken you out of the trade yet, because some of the, yeah, like I said, the advice you get from doing this pattern is your first entry risk should be a one-to-one, meaning if your TP is 38.2, then your risk should be equally that amount, 38.2, from that D leg down. So if that was the case, this wouldn't have taken you out before bouncing back up, So now we're waiting for this to break above here and retest that level, that 16068.560, and then we can take a trade to the upside, and then it may just break down, and then the reason why we expect that to happen is because it's going to form the inverted head and shoulder. So that's what we're anticipating to happen on this Euro NZD USD. So just give it a look at if it's something that you want to trade. Card chef, I'm not looking to do anything with this one just yet, because as you can see, it's still fresh. So I'm waiting for this to go all the way back to structure that it broke out from. So it broke out of that level. Waiting for it to come back there, for a drop. For some of us that do teacup or cup of cocoa, that would be a good place for you to look at that. So why do I find that level interesting? Because look at that, got to that level, drop, got to that level, drop, got to that level, drop. So if it gets back to that level, it's gonna drop, and then it's in confluence with our what pattern is this again? I think that should be a Gartley pattern, 61. Let me see, confirm quickly. Yep, 61. Yeah, 61.8. So that's a godly pattern. So waiting for it to come to that level and drop to my 38 or my 61.8. That's card JPY, but I'm not taking this trade. It's still quite far away. I won't be taking this. I would be taking it if it gets to that level. There are some of these trades that I won't take, except to get to my good level. Now, this is one of those good trades I was really, really looking forward to, because as you can see, price got to that level. We expected that double top to happen, but again, my rule for double top is the first leg must be longer than the second leg. If it breaks it, I will not take it again. So I left that double top. You know, I took a bit out of it and then left it. And then another double top is happening right now, as you can see. So look at that. Did that drop? Did that? So right now, I'm waiting for this to break below. It came all the way down here and then did a kind of did a mini double bottom here and then shut up. But I'm not doing anything on the upside. What I'm waiting for is for this to break below this level, retest that level, and then that level would be 1.08620. Retest that level, and then my TP will be back to that next structure. Yep. So because I don't want this to be too long, I may not be able to look at all of the pairs I have here. Same thing with Euro NZD, waiting for that level, break, retest, and then sell to this level because of that double top I found here. Double top, drop, double bottom, jump. So double top again. So I'm waiting for that to occur as well. It failed to happen here. I thought it was going to happen here. It failed to happen. So right now it's forming, trying to form a triple top. But whatever be the case, I'm not looking for anything on the upside. I'm only waiting to enter the trade when it retests that level where I have here. That will be my first TP. My next TP will be that level down here. Again, I will some of these charts. I'm going to do them again and send them to the platform while as we trade. AUDJPY, again, going back to the top and coming back down. We've been doing this, doing up and down. So now it's back to the top, and then it kind of consolidated a lot here. Didn't respect all of this that we saw. So now it's coming back down. So we expect this to come. In short, most of the GBP pairs just look as if they're all going to be bearish. So this also is coming back down. So look out for that one. Which one again? Euro out of sin. That's not looking at that one. Euro card, nope. I have Audi card. Do I have anything on Audi card? Don't think I have anything on Audi card. Let me just quickly glance through the other ones. USD Chef. Yep, as you can see, you saw that Gatly. So if you saw this, you'll notice I think I marked this a few days back. So expecting this to drop all the way to that level. So this is one good pair that we were really, really looking at. So let me see, what do I have on this side? Okay, so this one I'm probably gonna put a set limit here. But if I do, my stop loss is gonna be this this size, about that. This will be my stop loss, 78. So if you're going to take this trade, this is where your stop loss will probably be, but then that's going to be so massive, especially if your trade, let me see, will it be up to, yeah, it's going to be much more than your initial, but you can do your stop loss 63 and your first TP 63 as well, 1-to-1, then your second TP will just probably cater for the rest of them. So, but your X leg is here. It might be risky to take this, but again, trade is all about risk. So if you're willing to do that, you can. If you trust this, trust this pattern, I may just try it out and see what happens. Again, remember how we trade. We don't just put all our hopes on one trade. We put trades. We put multiple trades. We have different trades, and then at the end of a month or week or whatever, then we'll look at how far we have done. Don't put all of your analysis or your mindset on one trade. That one trade is not what is going to do the trick. Is the number of trades, because you might lose 3 trades and then win 4 trades, but the 4 trade covers for the 3 trades that you lost. You might lose 4 trades or 5 trades and win 1 trade, and that 1 trade covers for all of the 4 trades that you've lost, because you have what we call the stop loss risk to reward. So you're constantly you're not allowing your losses to run, and you don't take your profit halfway. You make sure that you let your profit run and cut your losses short. Card chef again, that was another good one we're looking for. So we're waiting for this to come back to C and then bounce up. So if you are looking for this one, I won't be trading this one anytime soon anyway. So this may come to C and then bounce up, and then from that D you can wait patiently for all of this to happen and then trade from D, or you can just take your trade from the C to that D, whichever one you choose. Let me see. This is what I was looking for. Card. I had this form, so I'm waiting for any of these two to happen. This to go back to that level, and then that drop, or this to come down to this level and then that jump, whichever one happens. I'm just gonna see. What else? I think I'm gonna stop here because of time, so I don't want to make this too long. So thank you everyone that has listened. I would see you on the next video.